Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Apple announced the iOS 15 in their event some days ago, and we are already at the second version of the developer beta. We also have the public beta version out now, and you can download that and start using iOS 15 literally today. So, is it worth it? Let's look at the top features which I find very interesting and you should have in your phone right now. Also, if you want this on your phone, the procedure is very simple. I'm going to link that down in the description, so do check that out. And before we get into the features, do subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, and don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel grow. So the first thing is not a feature, but it's a change, and Apple has introduced a new wallpaper, which is pretty good. Nothing too interesting, but there is one more wallpaper which you can choose from in iOS 15. Now let's talk about the notifications, and this is something which is new. Apple has completely changed the way notifications work in iOS. You can have two categories now. You can either get your notifications immediately delivered, or you can schedule them and put them into a summary which goes into a different page on your notifications and comes at a certain time. So say you want them at say 6 p.m. So at 6 p.m. you will get all the notifications which were not important. So unimportant notifications are sitting there, and important notifications like messaging, etc., come at you as and when they come in. So this is a great feature according to me, and it is pretty useful. I really like how iOS has done this. The next one is focus mode. Focus mode is basically like profiles on Android. So you have different profiles. Earlier there was only one, which was do not disturb. Now you can have various profiles like work, personal, etc. I have created one in my phone which is gaming. As soon as I play a game, and you can configure this on which apps it should automatically turn on. So to give you an example, this is personal focus. You can allow which people can send you notifications when this is on. You can allow which apps can send you notifications, and whether you want time sensitive notifications like a reminder, etc., to come in. If you want your status to be shared on messages, you can do that. I'm pretty sure more apps can start supporting this, but this is how it is right now. You can even toggle whether phone calls should disturb you when you are in this mode. So when I'm gaming, I do not want any notifications to come in, so I can configure that and it'll stay as it is. So that is an amazing feature there. And now the next one is live transcribe or live text, and this works like Google Text. So I have just taken a screenshot, and I can click anywhere on a text field in the photograph and or a screenshot, and it will just pick it up. I can translate, I can copy paste, I can even do lookup if I want to, and it is pretty interesting. You can do it to any old photograph in your photo gallery and it will just work. This is something which Google Lens did, but this is the entire operating system. The next new feature is Safari, and Safari has completely been changed of how the app looks, how the tabs are managed. Everything has been changed. So now to type the address, you get a small bar down at the bottom for reachability, of course, and you can swipe on that bar to change tabs. The refresh button has also changed, so you can just swipe down like how you did on Google Chrome, and the page refreshes. Apart from that, there are a few changes of how the app looks. The share sheet, everything has been overhauled and changed. It is still absolutely fast, and I think one of the best browsers you can have on your iPhone, at least. The tabs have also changed, so the way the tab looks and the tab groupings, you can even have different types of tab groupings now. You obviously have the private tab which is there, which is like an incognito. But yes, you can have different tab groupings, which is also a plus point. I like how the animation works. When you swipe up, automatically the address bar goes and sits at the bottom, but sometimes it comes in the way, so it still needs to get updated and refined. Now, next is the weather app, and the weather app has also completely changed. I like how the weather list shows now. So, you have a ton of options of how you can get notifications from the weather app now, which is also pretty interesting. They've also included a lot of other features and changes, like they now have air quality index. They have different animations for how a cloudy weather would look, how the rains look. They have a heat map with which they show you everything of what are the temperatures around the place you're looking at, and the surroundings. Like as you can see, Mumbai is 32 degrees now, and you also have many more things like humidity, air pressure, and it's just very detailed now, including air quality. As I said, you can also get more details into things once you click on them. Lot of changes there. So overall, really good app, and I really like the animations. This is the rain animation currently in New York, and I really like how detailed everything is. So as soon as you go into the details of any of the segments, like right now we are looking at the hourly forecast, and you can just swipe on the timeline and you can see the differences in the weather. It is absolutely amazing. The next one, it's a pretty small one, but Apple has also introduced many things with respect to how a person walks, and the health app learns it, so your strides can be also measured, as well as various details which I'm not going to go into, but that's another change. Under the clock app, there is now a feature where you can just input the time rather than swiping on it. Sometimes swiping can get a little irritating. I think it is a great advantage to have inputting numbers now. The next feature is FaceTime, and FaceTime is now available for practically all platforms which have a browser. So you can, from your iOS device, create a link, send it to your friends and families, etc., and they can just click on that link and start using it, even on Android. And this is a very big feature which has come in. So FaceTime is there. You can also share a lot of things on FaceTime now. If you want to watch a movie together, you can do that via FaceTime. The FaceTime call screen has also changed. So you have a small bar on the top now, which has got the end call, speaker, flip camera, etc. over there. Now the next one is not a feature, but something to do with the battery. So the battery life in iOS 15, and it is pretty good right now. So I am getting a decent screen on time of almost 5-6 hours. So I don't find a difference with the battery life, at least in this second version or the public beta 1 version. It is pretty similar to what I had on iOS 14, so no questions there. And I think with the final version, the battery life might become a little bit better. So let's hope for the best. And currently I am at a 98% of battery capacity, but this is my daily driver. Now next one is Apple Maps, and I do not use too much of Apple Maps. I use Google Maps instead, but there is a lot of difference in the Apple Maps. They have worked on it grounds up, as they say. So some changes there. If you use Apple Maps, you're going to see the differences. The next change is in the wallet app, but that's again only in the US, and you can actually have your identity cards stored in it, your passport stored eventually, so you'll not have to carry anything except the phone. So that's something which is there. And Apple Music has also got some changes, like you can share lyrics with people now, and which is a good feature, I think. Apart from that, there is lossless audio, Dolby Atmos support, and spatial audio support if you are using Apple Music, but that's also available on iOS 14.6. you can start using it right now. Another feature I have started using and I love about iOS 15 is that you can use your camera and the live transcribe or text feature to capture any information, convert it into text, and put it in the field. So this option comes up in any field. Right now I'm doing it in the messaging app, and all you have to do is just point your phone on the text you want to transcribe, click on it, and it automatically just picks it up. It is an amazing feature, and you can use it to capture email IDs, etc. The next feature under messaging, since we are already in it, is the emoji feature or Memoji feature, whatever you might want to call it. There are various new things and features and options in the Memoji feature, like you can now dress up the Memoji. You can select what clothes it's wearing. You have tons of more hairstyles and other such things. With that, we're at the end of the video. I like how iOS 15 is shaping up and how iOS overall is heading. There are tons of detailed features which have not made it into the video. I might do a part 2 later, maybe after 2-3 months, but it's getting really good, and I like how the status bar is also becoming a little opaque. So if you swipe up the content, the status bar changes the color slightly, like how the control center has it. So I like where iOS 15 is going, as I said. But I would love to hear from you down in the comment section. So do comment below. And if you have any queries of how to install iOS 15, hit me up. I answer to all your queries. As usual, thanks for watching.